Hello, I'm Steve.
And I'm Joanne.
And together we're
We're retired.
Right, we're the day before we're due to travel. So we're due to start our travel arrangements tomorrow morning, and we will be going
on
up
another
to Heathrow.
adventure.
And another adventure. You're absolutely right. And we'll be going to Heathrow Airport first of all, where we've got to stay overnight at a Premier Inn. And then we will be leaving the Premier Inn the next afternoon to fly off to Orlando in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
This was a trip that was planned in the pandemic, and fate seems to be conspiring against us. So we haven't actually been back to Florida for something in the region of 5 years.
2018.
2018, mm-hmm. Just under.
We had one booked in 2019, but we had to cancel it. 2020. Sorry, that'd be right, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, of course, we had to cancel it.
And so this is to effectively make up for lost COVID time. But the place that we're going to got hit by Hurricane Ian back in November, and the owner has only just finised putting it all back together again.
A lot of damage in the area, unfortunately. But we like Port Charlotte. We've been all over Florida. We used to do Disney with our daughter when she was very little. She's 30 now. And in fact, we used to take cine film. Would it be cine film?
No, it was high 8 camcorder footage.
Back in the day. And we've got rides and things that are not even there anymore. So vintage Disney in Epcot.
In fact, it's amazing actually, because I used to have a gimbal in those days, which was a manual thing, and a camcorder stuck on the top of the gimbal. And I think, we used to go away for about 3 weeks, and I would probably come back with something like 9 hours worth of video footage.
And in those days, he used to make Molly and I go back and do it again. If you didn't like it, we don't do that now. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. But you never used to like people getting in the way, did you? But we don't care anymore now. But yeah, so we've got a lot of old footage, and we used to go to Orlando and sometimes stay in Disney, and or a villa, and then we used to. Punta Gorda was the next place we went to, wasn't it? And we stayed there, and then we used to go up quite a few years up to Homosassa. Right up on the Panhandle on the left, just before you get to Tallahassee, to lovely places in Homosassa where it's all little waterways and state wildlife parks, and you see manatees and everything. And all the Americans go there on holiday because they go fishing, and there's lots of fishing docks on the villas and that. But there's not a lot with pools, and the prices went up, and they went out of our league, and there was only a couple there that had pools anyway.
There were only 2 that we used to go to, both of which had pools. One was on stilts to protect.
That was lovely, up in the trees. The pool was up in the trees. It was lovely.
To protect from flood damage, and one of them had boats, so you had a couple of boats, 2 or 3 canoes. That was really nice because I think Molly at that time was probably 8, 9, and we used to go out in the canoe or in the boat, going through the waterways, and we'd have things like manatees actually going underneath the boat, which was lovely to see firsthand. On one occasion, when we were sat in the hot tub, a dolphin decided to do a flip right in front of us, which was really nice. And a couple of times when we were out, we used to see deer coming down to drink in the river. So, quite a natural environment, and not a view that you normally get of Florida when you think of all of the theme parks and the beach side of it. But really, really nice.
And then it got too expensive, so we then came down, and now we go to Port Charlotte, which we like a lot, and that's where we're going.
So we stay at a place called Rotunda, which is named that because if you look at the map of the roads from the top.
Can I just say, that was our dog. Click, 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 just walking past. Oh, he sat down over here.
If you look at the roads from the top, they're all arranged in a circle pattern, and there's a good choice of accommodation around there. But also, it's mixed in with a large number of American families that actually live there as well. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like.
See what it's like after the hurricane.
Yeah. You know, we have been warned that there's still debris around the piece, so I've taken out additional tar and windscreen insurance just in case. We've also been warned that a number of the local restaurants and shops have actually closed and not yet reopened. And in fact, actually, some of the islands that we like around that area got probably the brunt of Hurricane Ian at that time, and were fairly decimated. But
So we'll see when we get there and take you along with us.
but for us, you know, it's
Home from home, really.
yeah, it's a home for home. We never had a home in Florida.
No.
We thought about it on odd occasions, but the cost of a house over there is as much the services as it
Yeah, you've
is
got to have
the
a pool guy, and you've got to have what else? have you
lawn
got to
guy,
have? Lawn guy. You know,
garden
'cause
guy.
you're not there, or you employ a company to look after your home, and then there's always the threat that there might be a hurricane or something.
And it's a long
So
way
we
to
didn't
go.
want to do that.
If something happens, just look at COVID. I mean, this is the first time we've managed to get back since COVID. So anyway, when we fly out, we've managed to accumulate still quite a large number of Virgin Air miles, Virgin points. We've used those to upgrade to upper class, which will be nice. And we're flying into Orlando, which is an airport that we haven't flown in for some time. The main reason was it was getting increasingly difficult flying into Orlando to get a good deal on tickets.
So we started going to Miami.
So we started going to Miami.
Now we've got a good deal on Orlando. So
Yeah.
and of course now Tampa has opened up on Virgin.
Yeah, I think I've seen that Tampa was
We
open.
hadn't realised that, but if we go again, then I think we might try and do
Tampa.
Virgin to Tampa. Yeah.
Because Rotunda, which is where we're staying, is probably equidistant from Miami Airport or from Orlando Airport. It really doesn't make much difference. But flying into Tampa would save quite a bit of time. So
Yeah.
something to think about in the future if we decide to go back.
Yeah.
And I've got a checklist for tomorrow. I don't have a good
Why have
track-
you got a
I don't have a
checklist?
good track
I had to
record
write a checklist, everybody, because
of
why?
well, the first time it was your fault because
Yes.
you forgot your walking
I
stick
did. Yes.
and left it in the car. So having parked the car and walked back to the hotel and
is quite some
underestimated
distance.
how far that was,
And I went, but I haven't got my walking stick.
and then I had to go back and pick it up. So the next time we went, which was the last time we went, I had to go back because I wasn't sure whether or not
I
I'd
said-
actually put.
Did you put the handbrake on?
Yeah,
And then that started his head. Of course, he had.
yeah. But
When somebody asks you a question and you can't actually remember doing it, because that's the kind of thing you do automatically. So we had to walk back. So this time,
and I'd made the mistake that I'd got a hotel Premier Inn next to the long-term car park, but I'd actually booked the business park. So the walk was longer than I originally expected. But this time, hopefully I've made sure that I've got the long-term car park and the Premier Inn, which is near to the long-term car park, and a checklist. So I'm
Oh, dear.
hoping that,
what could go wrong?
yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will bring you along during our travel.
See what we get up to. Bit of shopping,
Yeah,
some food,
and
sun.
the local area.
Yeah.
And speak to you later.
See you soon.
Well, hello, folks. We've now arrived at the Premier Inn. What are you up to?
He always sits on my hand.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you move it?
I didn't realise till you'd sat on it, and then I was on film, so I didn't want to be rude.
Right. Well, we've just arrived at the Premier Inn. I've just gone and dropped the car off. I had a checklist here where I went through it all, made sure that I'd done all the things that I should have done.
Good.
And then came to walk back to the hotel. So yes, the car park is nearer. So if you are going to Terminal 2 and 3, the long-term car park is just beside the Premier Inn. The bad news is that there's no direct route from the car park that I could easily find back to the Premier Inn. So you've effectively got a long walk round the roadways to get back to the hotel, which wasn't that dissimilar from parking in the business car park and doing a long walk round the roadways to get here. But I'm back. We're going to have
there's really no easy way, really.
No, but we're going to have an easy evening. We'll probably go down for something to drink, something to bite to eat. I believe there's a meal deal on, isn't there?
$26.99. You can choose Mrs. Evening Meal, 2 courses, a drink, 2 courses and a drink, and then you get unlimited breakfast the next morning. So I don't know if we're going to do that, because I think the menu might be limited to what you can choose on the menu. But we'll see when we go down.
We'll have a look.
We'll let you know what we do.
And then tomorrow it will be a fairly easy
Yeah, because our flight doesn't take off until 3ish.
3:40, I think, actually.
In the afternoon. So we'll have breakfast and make our slow, leisurely way to Terminal 3 at some point, and presumably because we're upper class, we'll be able to check in at any time.
And with any luck, we'll get a nice lunch in the
lounge.
in the lounge.
Yeah.
So that's it for tonight. See you guys, and welcome to come along.
I'm tired.
Pardon?
I could go to sleep now, actually. Long drive. Long drive from Devon to here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Probably about 4 hours in total.
Yeah, dropped the dog off. Then we went to visit a friend for a couple of hours, which was nice. And now we're here, and ready for bed, really. Can't go to bed yet, though.
All right.
Won't sleep.
To the next leg of the journey.
Yep. All right. Bye for now. Hello. So we're in a Premier Inn again. Much the same as before, really. So I've come in the door. Got a hanging place for your clothes here. We've got some suitcases. There's a safe on the floor. And then we've got some shelves here. We've got air conditioning and controls, heating here. And then this is the bathroom. It says, please keep this door closed when in use, as steam from the bathroom can activate our sensitive fire alarm. Anyway, in here, shower bath. Got your, I'm assuming there's shower gel there. Toilet, basin, hand wash. Exactly all you need, really. Nothing posh, just clean and nice. Over here, waste bin. Don't know why I pointed that out, really. Kettle, coffee, tea, thing to open your beer. Hair dryer is here with the table. No pluggy-in-y, what they call them, Steve?
USB.
USBs, I can never remember what they are. Just the light switches, and but plugs over here for that. Nice big bed, nice comfortable bed actually. Television, phone, and then over here we've got chaise lounge, I'm calling it to be posh, but that obviously goes into another bed, which obviously we don't need. And then we actually look out onto some grass here. Oh, I was going to open the net curtain. I can't because it's glass. Oh dear. Anyway, nice blackout curtains, and really, basically, that's all there is to it. Bit of a nice painting of lavender above the bed there. So.
What I've always wanted.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah. Comfy bed. Yeah. This will do. One night.
And that's it.
And that's it. So I'm going to say goodbye.
So the breakfast was really nice, as much as you wanted, and the food was actually delightful. One of the better buffets that I've had. After some leisurely time in the room, we came down to the foyer to pick up the taxi that we had pre-arranged. So after making our way through various security, duty-free shops, we arrived in the Virgin upperclass lounge, had a nice meal, and settled down to relax before the flight. And while we're making our way to the plane, we would be grateful if you would think about liking this video and potentially subscribing. If you want to get notified, then please ring that bell.
Hello there. We're delighted to welcome you on board Virgin Atlantic. Hello there. At Virgin Atlantic, we want everyone to know they can take on the world, no matter where they're starting from.
For the change, we're championing causes and strengthening the future of our next generation.
So, if there is anything you haven't put in the overhead lockers, put them under the seat in front of you.
In the cabin for departure, so could the captain now please take their seats for takeoff? Thank you. Please be careful if you open the overhead compartments during the flight, as items may fall out and they can cause injury. Remember that smoking, including any electronic smokeless cigarettes, and also vaping, is not allowed at all. Pass you into the care of our airport staff here. Bye for now. Have a safe on the journey, and we look forward to welcoming you back to one of our Virgin Atlantic flights in the future. Thank you.
You're one of our dearest 7 million visitors. Welcome to the city. Please hold on to the handrails. The gate link is approaching the main terminal building. When the gate link stops, please exit and follow the signs to baggage claim.
Hello.
Hello.
We're a bit jet lagged, aren't we?
Yeah, well, we made it into MCO Orlando without any real problems. We actually got in about half an hour early, which was rather nice.
Yep.
And the passage through the airport was extremely easy.
Wasn't that busy actually, so that was really good.
I think we were the only flight in, actually. The other thing was that there was absolutely no problem with the ESTA, so following on
from the Panama cruise, yeah.
where they said at Los Angeles that I didn't have a valid ESTA and I had to produce the paperwork. I had no problems getting
let him in.
at all. Whether I'll have problems getting out remains to be seen.
Doesn't matter if you go in, they want to get rid of you then.
Oh, okay, all right. We then picked up the hire car. That was a bit torturous, mainly because it was undermanned. But a relatively easy job, as we'd actually done.
Didn't take that long, to be honest.
Once we got to the attendant, we had a lovely...
Because you haven't said that, people that don't know, you know, in Orlando, you hire your car and then you literally walk across the road, and that's where all the car hire things, and they look at your paperwork and then they go, take any car down road 2 or whatever it was. And you go and pick whatever, you know, there's different makes, you know, in the size that, you know, you'd booked. So that was good. And he actually, sorry, getting in here, he actually, it's the first time ever. Now, we've been coming to Florida. Well, we've been married nearly 35 years, and we've been coming to Florida more or less. Well, we went on our honeymoon to Florida. And he never, ever lets me drive out of the car hire place. And I'm the one with the sat-nav. And, of course, the sat-nav doesn't pick up, really, until you're out, because you're in a concrete, you know, car park thing. And there's always a row. We have huge, mega, don't we? Yes, we do.
Yes.
Mega rows. I mean, really nasty ones, swear words, in fact, are used. Coming out of airports and just trying to get on the right road, you know. Miami is a nightmare. But Orlando, well, even in Orlando, we always have rows. Anyway, but this one time, he has let me driven, and...
there was better navigation.
He says better navigation. It wasn't. He's been very sarcastic. He suddenly said, I was in about a 4-lane road, and he said, you want to be in the left lane? And I'm like, okay, loads of traffic, you know. So I literally, because bearing in mind it's night time, I'm in a strange car. So I had to like get over one. Are you not over in that left lane yet? Sarcastic comments.
Who?
You.
No.
Then I got a bit annoyed. But it wasn't anywhere near as bad as we normally do. And I was actually quite good and quite calm, I think, actually, to be honest. Anyway, I got us here to the hotel. Yeah, I was. I was fine. I got us here to the hotel.
And we didn't use a conventional GPS system, which we had done for most of our married life. This time we decided to use Google Maps. And before we came out, I downloaded the offline version for the Orlando and Port Charlotte area, and when I arrived at the car hire place, I basically plumbed in where we were going and where we were. And apart from one slight muck up, because I forgot to set it to start navigating, it did a superb job. You know, really was easy following the instructions. It doesn't quite show you in the same way that a traditional GPS system shows you the route, but it gave you turn-by-turn instructions. You could see where the next turn was, you could see the map, and you could give directions.
And I think I ought to drive. We're going to go down to Port Charlotte now, and I think I should drive because I'm more used to the car and you're used to the sat-nav. If we suddenly swap around, we've got to get onto the I-4, which is the motorway. And you're a little bit more used to the...
Can I just say, the I-4 is just over there.
Yeah, I know,
one
but
block.
Yes, but trying to get to it's a different matter, and you know that.
Well, actually, that was the fun thing, getting to our hotel last night.
We saw it.
We saw it. We kept turning to face it and ending up down small cul-de-sacs and other
hotels.
boxes,
and once you're in one hotel, you can't get to the next car park. So we had to come out and go around. Yeah. Anyway, we got in.
But anyway, we ended up here at this hotel.
Where are we? We're at the SpringHill Suites by Marriott by SeaWorld.
That's correct.
And this is I mean, it didn't matter to us whether it was a hotel room or whatever, but it says suites in the name. It's huge. We'll do a room tour. It's huge. It's really, really good, isn't it?
We'll do a room tour after we've had breakfast because I'm absolutely starving. I don't know what it is about travel, but you get absolutely starved.
Yeah, so we're going to have breakfast. Well, we've got jet lag because, I mean, here it's coming up to 7:45.
Yeah.
So it's be what, coming up for 1.
Yes, that's probably why I'm feeling
I have to
hungry.
clean my glasses. I'm looking through all the smears here.
So, with that, I think we move on. We'll do a room tour when we get back, and we'll go on and get some breakfast and feel a little bit more contented.
Hello, this is our, where are we, Steve? Help me out.
SpringHill Suites at SeaWorld.
Marriott Hotel. Anyway, come through the door. I think this is the air conditioning, but it's set. We haven't changed it, but that's your air conditioning thing there. And then you've got this great big expanse. Very big sofa there. I don't know if maybe that goes out to a bed. I don't know. We've got a nice little writing thing here, or you can get your laptop out and whatnot. And you've got plugs here, USB and that's all glass. I think this glass opens up, so you can slide it open. I think. Anyway, so over here, you've got your ice bucket and microwave. Got coffee making facilities, fridge. It's massive in here. Television, and you've got. Keep up, Stevie. Two great big beds. So we had one each. It was really, really nice last night.
One, bed 2.
Yeah, really nice. Nice. And the bedside light has also got USB sockets and whatnot here in there. So that's good. Then we've actually got a separate toilet and shower here. So here's the toilet. Hand basin in here, slidey doors, and then wardrobe. And in here, got iron. I never found a hairdryer actually. Not that I needed it, but there must be a hairdryer somewhere. I would have thought. Anyway.
Wardrobe we didn't use.
Wardrobe we didn't use because we were only here for one night, so. And then here is. Oh, I think I've just found the hairdryer. Here's the shower room. Yeah. So there's the hairdryer. That's good. And look at this fancy mirror. Was that an anti-steam one maybe? I don't know. We didn't have any steam anyway. And this shower. It comes from down up there, and also there's some jets that come out that way. Well, I'm only 5'4", so it was full on in my face, so I didn't really use them. But did you use them, Steve?
Yes, I did.
It wasn't a very powerful shower. I do like a powerful shower. That wasn't. So it was fine. It was perfectly okay, but not a power shower kind of thing. And you've got all your your what do I want to say? Conditioner and hair shampoo and
Soap,
yeah, in there. I think a lot of hotels are doing that now, and they just refill them, don't they? But what I wanted to show you was, so this is near SeaWorld, and we're on International Drive. If I put this up here, you'll probably see it already. Wow. So the question is, would you go on that? I'm saying I would not. I would have done when I was younger, actually. And I don't know if you can see a crane going up the roof. There's a couple of guys up there doing some maintenance work, I think. So you can just see how big it is by the size of them. They look sort of like little ants up there, don't they? Mm-hmm. I mean, look at it. Oh my god. So I don't actually know what that is. Maybe we can find out what it is. But yeah.
And then over here, we actually have a little lake with a fountain in it. And round the side of the hotel, there's also a swimming pool with a great big whale fin coming out of the middle of the pool, which looks really nice as well.
So we had a really nice breakfast this morning. It's just, you just go down and I think it's included in the price. We didn't pay extra for breakfast, did we, Steve?
No.
No. So, and it was all, you could make your own waffles, there was English muffins and toast, and there was fruit, and there was yogurt, and there was scrambled egg, and there was wraps, hash browns, like a ham type thing on there.
Nice
It was
ham.
really, really good and worth the money, included in the price, so it was worth every penny. So, yeah.
So we would recommend it.
We would recommend this. It's lovely here, very clean. And as I say, we're only here for one night, but if you were staying longer, this would, they've got vending machines downstairs, a swimming pool, laundry facilities. So, it easy. Family of 4, easy with these beds.
Easily 30 foot long.
Yeah, very, very big. I'll just walk. I'll just walk. George. Fluffy hands. So yeah, very big.
Okay, so we're going to start on our travel.
Yeah, we're going to go and travel to. Got to find the I4 first.
And we're going to Port
I4
Charlotte.
and then on to the 27.
27,
I think it is. Down to Port Charlotte. So we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.